During the afternoon, the dogs usually just laze around. At around 4 p.m, the injured that didn't get a visit to the doctor get one. 6 p.m. is dinner time. 7 p.m. is when the injured are taken out for a stroll again. And 8 p.m. is sleep time.
I think whatever she's done in the past and what she's doing right now is absolutely spectacular. I remember coming here back in 2006 where I would see her running around after dogs, with dogs, playing with them. There's one incident which I remember which really touched me is, it still happens, whenever I ask her now, how are you doing? She says, as naughty as you are. So I think that's something which she always says, no matter if she's fit, if she's not fit. But that's the kind of spirit she has, the kind of zeal she has, which even younger people do not have.
If they have any rescues, they coordinate amongst themselves.
animal welfare trust okay. Okay.
And rush to where the call came from.
I've always loved animals, right from childhood. People are heartless. They'll keep the pet for 8 years, then they'll come and tell me the dog is old, we don't want him. So I tell them, bring your grandfather and the dog will look after both. It's a family member, they don't want to understand that. Especially when a human being gets old, he needs special care, attention, love. Same with the animal.
You don't have to be an animal lover, I believe, but at least, don't hurt them in any fashion. Even if you are an animal hater, there are some, but that doesn't mean you have the right to hurt them in any way. So I believe a place like this could raise some levels of consciousness about really respecting other life forms.
Lila was given the Venu Menon Animal Allies Award in 2002. The citation read, Lila Parulekar has rescued, treated and sheltered hundreds of animals. She is doing her best to heal their wounds both physically and emotionally. Her shelter has become a sanctuary for abandoned animals that have found more than a best friend in her. Throughout her life, and even today, she has given up all her funds into loving and caring for these animals.
Seeing Leela as somebody who's given so much to this place, and I used to think that I'm someone who just go out there, rescue animals, and I just love them a lot. But then when I see her and see what she has done for these animals, I feel very small, and I feel I have lots more to do in terms of contribution or even the love or the devotion that I can give to the animals.
This is a kite which was rescued. When it was brought in, it had a broken leg, which caused it to stop flying. It was soon cured with a lot of love, and then it decided never to leave its new home. A cow that was hit by a car and hurt its hind leg was brought to Lila, whom she accepted as a new member of the family with open arms. Grey, a donkey, whose legs were tied so tight that they had to amputate one foot. After being treated, Grey was happy and was busy associating herself with people. Lila's goal is to educate school children and make people learn and love animals.
I only say one thing, I think she's Mother Teresa for animals. For what she's done, you very rarely find somebody doing that for animals. For human beings, there are a lot of people who do it. But for animals per se, I think it's a very rare quality to have. And I think she's spectacular in what she's doing. So, hats off to that.
Animals are like children. They understand the language of love. Lila deeply believed that parents should teach their children to love animals at an early age. This kindness developed in children would help children become kind to animals and also towards their parents in the later stages of their life.
Well, I've noticed and I believe that those who love animals and nature changes, they're more compassionate. And if they're more compassionate, they get along better with everybody. So if they have an obnoxious neighbor, they smoothen the things. When they have an obnoxious relative, the temperament minimizes and they get more friendly. This brings about a certain friendliness and amity, and the amity can lead to peace, serenity. That's my observation and my belief.
Major part of the expenses are being done from her pocket. It would be around something 2 lakhs per month, and this she has been doing since beginning. She would be an ideal person for all the animal lovers as well as common people. If they can learn something from her, the basic idea or the basic belief which she has got, that if you keep the animals happy, the animal also keep you happy and they don't attack you. If this message is conveyed to the people and people can understand this message, it will be helpful for the animals also and for the people also.
Today, at the age of 78, now confined to a wheelchair, Lila is still in command of a Noah's Ark. It is very rare that we would find someone like Lila, who has dedicated herself completely. She's as humble as she's generous and asks for no publicity as well. If a person met her once, her charisma would make them want to meet her again.
Jeev Raksha means saving life. So I tell sometimes the parents when they're cruel to animals, I said, if you don't teach your children to be kind to animals, they will not be kind to you. When you get older, you are unwell, you need some help, they won't help you. You are setting them a wrong example. People should love animals. They should learn to be kind, be one with animals. So they'll be one with nature and they'll be one with each other. Don't be cruel because you see a dog, a stray dog, or a snake, or any such thing. You'll be one with everything. So if you love animals, they return your love to you. The biggest hurdle is people objected that I look after animals. They said look after human beings. There are many poor people, there's been unfortunate people. Why do you spend on animals? The cruelty I saw, that used to pain me. So I thought if I get the children to love animals, the parents may change and everything will be unified, friendly. People feel that if I'd married, I wouldn't and cared so much for the animals. My husband would be against me. But I decided if he's against me, against the animals, then he can go and marry somebody else. That's why I continue to look after the animals. No, I don't have any regrets. I am happy with animals.
She is not only a saint, she's a saint without any paint. you know. She has absolutely no, there is nothing lacking in her love for the animals, you know. She's all giving and no taking.
Leela's God's good being. You know, she respects life. And I salute her. I really do.
In the end, I've come to believe that if you are brave enough to leave behind everything familiar and comforting and set out on a journey of love and compassion, and in a world where it is necessary to succeed, perhaps only some people like Lila know more deeply that success cannot only be acquired, but also a hidden experience.